We're going to be talking about 9/11 today, which is the word problems. So basically for the word problems, you just need to remember all the conversions that we've been doing throughout the week, and now you're using them within a word problem. So I wrote down the conversions that should help you today. Many of these you've already written down earlier this week because of the other pages that we've done. But in case you don't have those anymore, or you didn't write them down, here they are again. So go ahead and write these down. We have 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters, or 1 meter equals 1/100th of a kilometer, okay? 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters, or 1 millimeter equals 1/10 of a centimeter. 1 gram equals 1,000th of a kilogram. Sorry, I wrote an L there earlier instead of a G. Or 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters, or 1 milliliter equals 1,000th of a liter. Okay, so those are, you're going to be using those throughout these workbook pages. Okay, sorry. Got in the way. Okay. So if you look at the step in, it just wants you to look at the problems and think about how would you solve them. So remember, when we're doing word problems, you need to read them, you need to look for important information, and also look for information that you should ignore. And then always you should be looking at what the label should be. So if I'm reading this one, we have kilometers and we have meters, and then at the very end it says how many meters. So that means we're going to be doing some converting in here. Meters is always right here, so that means the kilometers are going to have to get changed into meters by the end of the problem. Okay, so be looking for that kind of stuff. So down here, in problem 1A, we're going to read the problem. Cherie pours 2 liters of water equally into 10 cups. So first of all, we have 2 liters of water, and we have 10 cups. Okay, each cup can hold 400 milliliters. There is no water left in the bottle. How much water is in each cup? So here's the question, how much water is in each cup? Now, when it says each cup can hold 400 milliliters, that's really not important information. We don't need to know that, because all we need to know is how much is in each cup. So we have 2 liters of water, and we're pouring it into 10 cups equally. So they're going to be sharing it equally. If I look down here, my label is going to be milliliters. So that means I am going to need to be ending in milliliters. So to do that, I'm going to be looking at my 2 liters, and I am first going to figure out how many milliliters is that. Okay, so if I go back and I look at my my chart, I know that 1 liter equals 1,000 milliliters. So if 1 liter is 1,000, then 2 liters is going to be 2,000. Okay, so now I'm in milliliters, which is where I need to end up. So I have 2,000 milliliters. And now I'm going to separate this 2,000 into 10 equal pieces. So you can do this a few different ways. You can set it up like long division if you want. You can use the tens strategy that we've been using, which is basically we look at how many zeros there are here, because when you use the powers of 10, it's really nice to divide by. There's only 1 0, so basically you're going to start here and you're going to go 1, and there's your answer. Or, like I said, if you're more comfortable doing long division, how many tens come out of 20, because you can't take it out of 2. Well, there's 2 of them, right? 2 times 10 is 20. Okay, we're bringing down zeros. Okay, and you'll get 200 there as well. So, whichever strategy you're more comfortable with, you can use. But ultimately, you need to make sure you are just following the instructions of convert to the label that they want. So in this case, we had to go from liters to milliliters. Okay. So, sorry. The camera doesn't like to stand up very well. Okay. So the next one is a customer. Let's see if I can make it all clear. Well, it's not working very well. Okay. So it says a customer orders 8 bags of rice that each weigh 1/2 kilogram and 12 packets of popcorn that each weigh 150 grams. So once again, important information: 8 bags of rice and how much they weigh, 12 packets of popcorn, how much they weigh, total mass. So that means we're putting everything together. Okay, so it's going to be a multiplication problem. The other thing I'm checking is, what is the label? Kilograms. Okay, so I'm going to start with the popcorn packets, because I know there's they each weigh 150 grams, and there's 12 packets. So to figure out the total of that, so I'm going to multiply. Okay, so I'm going to just stack it up here and I'm going to multiply. And when I multiply 150 12 times is 1,800, and this is still in grams. Okay, so remember though, we need to be in kilograms, so I need to be able to change that 180 grams into kilograms. So when I'm going from grams to kilograms, we are going to be dividing by 1,000. Okay, because if you go back and look at your little cheat sheet I gave you, it's going to be dividing by 1,000. So we're going to start with our decimal point right here, and there are 3 zeros. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So 1,800 grams is the same as 1.8 kilograms. So now I have the popcorn in kilograms, and I'm going to just leave that alone for now. Now I'm going to look at the rice. There's 8 bags of rice, and they're each 1/2 kilogram. So it takes 2 halves to make a whole. So that means if there's 8 halves, we're going to end up with 4 wholes, right? So it's going to be 4 kilograms. So now I have 2 partial products. I have 2 answers, and my question is total mass. So that means I'm going to put them together. So I'm just going to stack them. Make sure you keep your numbers lined up. The 4 has to be lined up with the 1 because it's a whole number. So 1.8 and 4. If it helps you, you can put a decimal because that's not going to change the answer at all. So I come straight down, and we have 5.8 kilograms. Okay, so just remember as you're doing these to make sure to read the problems carefully. underline information that is important. Ignore information that you don't need. Always check the labels. You're going to have to do, these are multi-step problems, and you're going to have to be doing some converting. So you're going to be changing things from one thing to another. So be paying attention to that, okay? If you have any other questions, you can write me today, and I will try to get back to you as quickly as I can. All right.